recording.
Select this. Select that. Copy it. Now scroll down. Scroll down. Here. You mean 2 mix, not 2 discs.
2 discs. 2 discs.
2 discs.
I can
Because
have one piece.
I could go somewhere with that joke right there.
I'm sorry?
No, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Because
Okay.
we don't have
Disc.
we
2
don't have-
disc. So I was right. Okay.
I don't have that on
Can
mine.
you
Listen, if you don't have 2 discs, you need to deactivate, delete, then recopy.
Okay.
Does some people have the 2 hard discs?
Server 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it on his.
So he needs to deactivate, delete, then recopy.
Deactivate, delete, recopy.
Of course, you didn't create a script for it.
Actually, mine's fine, but his is okay. No.
So the first thing we're going to do is configure our network settings like always.
Okay, you can now activate this one, and then go to config. And then you might have to do the whole start.
Yes, con add and then con add. You mean con name?
Yeah, guys, please, don't let me hit enter if I have the wrong command. Type is Okay, again, guys, I didn't hit enter. This is all one line. I just want to make sure my testing, the audio was working.
It's funny, everyone's like, he sees what he's saying. He's typing all this stuff, but he's not saying it.
reboot?
Yeah, do reboot. I'm not going to do it so people have time to type, but you can go ahead and reboot.
Okay, so
Do an IP adder, IP route, and host name to verify everything took. After the reboot.
What do you think?
Professor, I think I figured out why I was getting 2 IPs the other day.
I thought we determined that the other day. Because listen, I think I figured out why too.
Oh, okay.
If we don't include the IPv4 and the gateway, at the same time we add the connection, it doesn't change the boot proto to none.
Right.
It leaves it at that end.
Mine might have been a different issue. I was using IPv4 dot address to change it, which I think was autocompleted to IPv4 dot addresses.
Right. Well, there is no such thing as IPv4 address.
Right.
There's IP4,
Right.
or IPv4 addresses.
Yeah, and I think it was autocompleted.
Listen, if we type IP4, it adds it to IPv4 addresses. So this is actually referring to IPv4 addresses.
Right.
So I can do a plus sign, IPv4 dot addresses, and add an address.
Mhm.
Or I can do a minus IPv4 dot addresses to remove an IP address.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but we realized, I think it was in the last class, that if you don't include the IP address on the same time on the same line as creating the connection, it doesn't change the boot proto to static or none rather. Renee, take a picture of this. Are you going to show them how to deactivate, delete, so he gets the right lab?
Oh, here
I know how
it
to
is.
do it.
Okay.
Yes, how do I know which one I'm looking at? I don't know. Sometimes I see the installer and sometimes
Start.
the ring around it.
Yeah.
See the dark green around it? I just did everything you did in my reboot and I'm seeing that.
Finish and see.
Why don't you go back to the first boot?
I'm going to open up another command prompt and answer your question because it's a long answer. Oh, I don't have it. I have to show you on a list.
As long as I didn't break anything, that's.
No, it's the way you sysprep a machine in 7 is different than 6. Red Hat 6 versus Red Hat 7. But there's some glitches in Red Hat 7, so just to override, I included both the Red Hat 6 and the Red Hat 7 way of sysprepping. And some type of result on that showing up twice. You know, because I don't know why there wasn't consistency, it wasn't always sysprepping properly.
Just get it here when it's on, once we're trying to break it down.
Oh, this should be a comma, no space. So when you see that space, it's a meta character that's a special meaning that's the separator between the
Okay.
command. Okay, so if you need to, take a picture. I'm about to reboot.
I did.
Okay, I'm going to jump over to Red Hat Server 2 and do the same thing with their appropriate name and IP. So I'm going to resolve my local IP to the loopback and the other server's IP to its name, to its real IP.
Yeah.
VM2 is 101, VM1 is 100. May I hit reboot?
Yep.
So I'm going to go back to server 1. Now what we're going to do is configure server 1 as the machine that's going to pass out the disk. We're going to have server 2 mount that disk and use it as a local disk. So server 1 will be the iSCSI target server, and server 2 will be the iSCSI initiator. Those are the terms. Does everyone remember the clustering lab we did with the iSCSI target servers? Yeah. Some people don't have me for Windows though. It's not that hard of a concept.
I remember. Was it when we did those file share under the server manager? Yeah. Okay.
And we had that separate iSCSI server.
Yeah, kind of. I have a little bit.
Professor, how well does Linux handle software-based RAID?
It's the same as Windows. I wouldn't use it. There's you're just another layer. I would do hardware-based RAID, but I'd get away from RAID altogether. I'd go with NAS or something like that.
Yeah, but NAS is run RAID too.
Yeah, but
And
when you're doing fiber channel switches, you have 32 redundant connections. You don't really need RAID. You know. So IP adder, grep4, inet. There's my IP address, only one. IP route, grep4 the default. If you want to look at just DNS servers, resolve.conf. And if you want to check your host name, if your IP for your DNS servers are wrong, type nmcli connection mod static IPv4.dns 10.13.2.5 comma no space 10.13.2.7 nmcli connection down static nmcli connection up static cat etsy resolve.conf. A lot of people mess up because they left a comment. It doesn't. Okay.
There's no reason for you to put this in.
You don't need it. You lie, you can look
It was like,
Okay.
at it.
Guys, want to install the SCSI target server. Yum y install target CLI.
So the dash y is the yes.
Yes.
And then
Don't prompt me. Just do it.
What was that?
1 second. I'm gonna go hit the up arrow. Give me 1 second.
Young one install what?
Target CLI.
See,
Guys, I got the Red Hat 8 curriculum. It's completely different than this. Red Hat 8, this third class, is pretty much an SCCM server. That's the only thing it is, using Ansible. So the Red Hat 8 version of this course is only automation. Don't set up DNS servers, DHCPs, nothing. Automate everything.
so they don't want us to be setting up?
No, they're focusing on cloud services.
Okay.
Automate deployment of. Okay, somebody erase this. So guys, I'm going to go into target CLI.
Then, or no?
Head enter. Guys, I'm going to clear my screen so I go to the top. Target CLI. Again, I'm root. It tells you to hit type help. But I want you to think of this as a directory hierarchy. Type list instead.
Backstory.
Ooh, Remdisk.
I'm sorry?
I said, ooh, Remdisk.
Okay. With this iSCSI target server, this is what we can pass out. We can pass out a block device, a hard disk, a partition, anything like that. We can pass out a file, just a regular file, and share it over the network. We can pass out a physical SCSI device. Where there will be actually, if it's physically attached to that machine, I doubt we're going to be sharing it. It's kind of antiquated for this purpose. Or we can pass out a RAM disk. Essentially, it's a file. Okay. So we're going to CD into back stores.
Mine doesn't go through the target CLI.
Let me come back.
So the RAM disk, is that where you download RAM?
That's it. Let me just do this as root, though. Look. Right here on my screen. But of course, as root.
Yeah.
Professor, this one, what different with the loom?
It went through.
L-U-N. What's that? Different?
Logical.
Unit?
It's a way to identify like a hard disk or something that you're attaching to from that server. There should be a whole page on all the definitions. Yeah, guys, when you're bulk, there's an iSCSI fundamental, and when you have all these hard disks in this box, you assign each one a LUN. It's like a logical unit number to differentiate them. So when that attaches to your server through fiber channel, whatever method it's going to attach, you're going to assign each of those devices a logical unit number. We'll get into that.
And Brian, because you have it as just a bunch of disks, you're not RAID. It's just individual disks.
I can do all that with here.
This stuff.
Yeah. But I can join all my disks together and turn it into one big hard disk. You know, but I'm dealing with fiber channel and stuff like that, so it's
So
not.
you're making it a volume at that point, right?
Right. I mean, does anyone currently have a setup where like at work, where you have like 30 terabytes or something?
Yeah, we do, but it's on a NAS, on a RAID 5.
The RAID 5 is handled by the NAS itself, hardware. Yeah, so, yeah, but then, you know, when the server itself, you don't need to get involved because it just presents it as one disk.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. Ed, did you go in here and type CD into backstores? Are you with me?
Oh, yeah, I went in.
Okay. So, guys, we're going to share a block device. I want to show you what block device. Let me open up another window so I can show it to you. I should have did this before we went into the program, but okay. List block is list block devices. This is the one I want to share. if I go into fdisk-L, I can also see it there. So list BLK will list your block devices. Fdisk will list all your disk. So I don't care how you look at it, but that's the one we want to share. If I did the list block devices, it actually shows me that VDA2 virtual hard disk A has, virtual hard disk A has 2 partitions, one for boot, one for the LVM. VDB is completely blank, no partitions. So we're going to do oh, sorry, look. Here's what the book does. And it's kind of stupid. I'm just going to, they want you to type block / then type the command. You can just CD into block, then type the command. Create block 1 dev VDB. So we're going to share block device. Then list.
So would there be a reason why you would do the like block and then the command like that, or no?
I think it's just easier to understand if I explain it like this. Go into that sub context, because that's what these are. They're called context. Then run the command.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being in the parent context and referring to the subcontext, then running the command.
Okay. So there isn't really a reason to just...
No, because I guess that you then have to go back one level when you're done with the command. No big deal.
It's saying that dev VDB is not a type disk block device. I'm trying to see this typo. I don't think so.
Maybe your 11th? Okay.
Yeah, this is where I installed the thing. No, that's why I can't. The other server's right here. I've only been working on this server. Okay, wait, one. This is 1, this is 2.
Or this is 2. That's what you want right now.
Switch right here. No, I'm on 1. Wait. Switch it. Oh, vice versa. Okay. So either way, I still installed it over here though.
Remove it because I have the disk here.
Okay.
That's way from here.
Okay, so I have to redo this.
Okay, now guys, I need to go up one level, back one level. CD ... brings me up to the parent level.
That's probably why they did it, because they could just didn't.
Well, then they had you do this the way I prefer, the second method.
Okay.
Then go into, look, if I do a list, I can see my block. I'm going to go up to the parent level. Sorry, go up to the parent level. CD /. Excuse me, CD /.
Oh, this is what it's like. Keep doing these wrong.
Just think if it falls forward to the right, it's forward. So if I do a list, I can see there's my backstore with the block device I just added. Now I'm going to go into iSCSI. I'm going to turn it into a target. So CD into iSCSI. Now the book wants you to do this.
Oh, which is just saying.
Well, I'm in that directory. I don't need to put the /. They even include the end / as well. You don't need it. If you know where you're at, you don't need to do that.
I guess if you were in So all the way in the other directory you can do it.
Okay, it worked.
Okay. And just do yum hyphen y remove target CLI from the other machine. But you listen, you need to swap your names. Or it might be easier just to deactivate, reactivate. You know, you're not that far along. It'll take you 5 minutes to catch up. And we're going to take a break. Let's take a break now. That'll buy you some time. You can still run and go grab coffee. Okay, guys, we're going to take our first break now. We'll leave it right here.
I'm gonna make a trip down to the lab and just grab you a whole set since you're missing it.
Just bring it with you on.
Well, I mean, it's not that too far. You could just walk over there. It's like
Yeah, it's hot.
5 minutes.
It's hot. I don't want to. I'd rather you take your break. Enjoy your break.
Can you activate this one? You're not activate yet, right?
That's on this machine.
Okay.
All we're going to do here is share it.
Okay.
This machine is going to mount it and format it.
I see it.
Professor, before you go, so I would expect to see block 1 under there, and then the target kind of speaks for itself. I imagine we're going to that.
We're
Yeah,
going
SCSI.
to we're going to create the target. That's what we're going to do. We're going to.
And what is this guy? And the ALUA.
That I don't know what the ALUA is, but right here we're going to configure that. Let us give some time.
Okay.
It never talks about this.
Got it.
But we're going to define where we're going to share it from, which is important.
Gotcha.
Then we're going to define who's allowed to get to it.
Okay.
That's our target.
All right. Got it.
So all we have to do is where we want to share it from and who's allowed to grab it.
Once we want the I can't remember all this again, so. how much of this stuff do you remember, of the addresses? How much of the addresses do you remember?
What do you mean?
Like, DNS.
10.13.2.5.
Some of that 13.2.5.
Columns. 10.13.2.7.
Let's see, we got IP, gateway, auto connects.
That's everything.
No, I got that.
Contact, static. You forgot to type.
Doesn't matter which orders.
Either.
Oh,
No, type either.
green. I did.
Where's the type?
Oh, type.
No. I did.
Alright. Here we go. Now let's see IP4.
It's supposed to be fifth name. Fifth name ETH0 IP4.
I did 15 later on in there.
Static type Ethernet IP4.
Okay, yeah. There's something about IP4, but what's over here?
Oh, you forgot the V.
IPv4 DNS?
IPv4.
IPv4, yeah, IPv4 DNS.
Oh, thank you. I like how you can see it from back there.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
You guys.
No, it's coming back to me. I did that like a bunch in the last class.
MC icon.
So I haven't even bothered reading it. I swear to God. Oh, shit.
So,
The closer I am to the finish line, the less I find myself finished.
It's in your eyes.
I swear to God, dude. Good thing I have a job if I want to start college.
What was the hosting we were using? I just put the IP address in. I don't remember the command for the hosting part.
I'm gonna go over to server 2 and show you.
They're rebooting right now, so I'm just waiting. I haven't been correctly where we're at yet.
Professional.
Go ahead and ask.
Before we create the iCozy, so we need to install iCozy initiator YouTube.
Yeah, we're not there yet though.
Oh, okay.
Remember, this is flipped on the other machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Professor, is Ansible just as big as SCCM?
I've never actually used it, but it seems to be you write playbooks.
Right. Almost like.
English. It's almost like an English language. It's really flexible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you write these playbooks and then you push them out using Windows Management or SSH.
Okay.
And then the Ansible client at that end will read that playbook and install that software, perform that task, whatever you need.
Got it.
I've never played with it, but I just got access to the curriculum. The funny part was, that was on one of my bucket lists of things I wanted to get done and start playing with. And now it's kind of,
You have to.
yeah, which is good.
What was that thing we installed?
I'm sorry?
Sorry, this is July.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I forgot. We're on summer schedule, not fall schedule anymore. No 10 p.m. lab open. Yep. So locked all the way to nothing.
Are we missing anyone? Is Joseph's computer still up?
This one?
Yeah.
I shut it down.
No.
Okay.
One more thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So lab closes at 7, not 10 anymore.
Who is that? I can't remember who sits there.
I don't know his name.
It's almost at 7.
Right,
Yeah. I forgot.
Eric.
What was the command to add the drive again?
Go into block and then type create space dev /VDB. Oh, block 1, yeah. Create space block 1 space /dev.
But the directory got backstore.
Yeah, go into
Okay.
cd backstore and you're going to run this command. cd backstores cd block. /block.
I got you. Okay, done.
Okay, and then once you're done, you can type cd /iscsi and get right to where we're at. Okay, so guys, now we need to create the IQN. The IQN stands for iSCSI Qualified Name. Just a unique name to identify that iSCSI target. So now guys, if I just did create, it would do it automatically. But I could actually specify a name. So you can don't use this big long auto-generated name. We can use something a little shorter that's more intuitive. And they're always example.com. I don't know why.
So don't do this.
Do this. But when I did practice the lab, I just used the auto-generated name. It's a lot longer, but I cut and paste.
So if I already created the auto generator, would there be a problem if I create this one too?
I'm hitting the tab complete. Delete the auto-generated one and create this one. Look, I didn't have to type that out. I have to delete I tab, and you might have to tab a second time. Okay.
You gave it that name. Is that a specific name, or is that?
I gave it that name to align with the book.
Okay.
Just to align with the book.
Did 2014 mean something?
I did, again, to align with the book.
Or the book is.
Yeah, and when you look at any instructions on the web, they always use that name. And then they just keep differentiating this. Guys, this right here is optional. You don't really need that. But it would be nice to give it a string so we know which disk it is. It created this. This is the target portal group. That's the IP address and port number we're going to share this disk on. So it's using any IP port 3260. That's an default port. If you follow along with the book, it's going to fail. Because the book doesn't take into consideration this auto-generated one. So we have to delete the auto-generated one, and we're going to specify using 10.0.0.100 port 3260. So we're going to first list and see what we created. Now we need to go into here. CD IQ. Again, that stands for target port group. The IP address, the port number, and it's also going to include something called an ACL. I'll get into that. Guys, I didn't type that out. I typed CDI tab. That was the only thing under there that started with an I.
Which helps a lot.
Okay, so we need to configure this port right here.
So go on to portal.
No, we're going to, go under portal. And then delete guys, don't put the semicolon. We're going to delete the default one so we can create a new one. But you don't need to put the semicolon, it's just a space.
Second, give me a second.
Yes.
Guys, look where I'm at. CD into this location, then run this delete command.
Just delete this whole thing. Delete this whole line. No, just do it all over.
What's the PWD command?
No.
Present working directory.
CD.
So we know where we're currently at.
Tab. Hit tab. You're done there. Okay, now.
If you're old, you'll call it print working directory. If you're young, you call it present working directory.
Now, tab.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna continue and just tell you to go portal right there, but
I guess it,
tab helps a lot. So Primary directory.
Now we're just telling it exactly what IP address to listen for that connection and what port number. Again, no colon, just put a space. If you're following along in the book, just make sure that you delete the old one. The old one is auto-generated. Guys, we just did this right here. Now I'm going to configure this. The logical unit number. We need to give each device a logical unit number. I'm going to do CD ... LUNs.
Question, why it say could not create network?
You can't create it because the old one is there. So you have to delete the old one first.
Oh,
what's the dot backslash do? Or forward slash?
deletes the previous.
it goes. Goes back to
Dot
your
means
parent.
what directory?
Present.
The current directory, the present directory. Dot is the parent. So go up to the parent directory, which is TPG1, then go into LUNs,
Okay.
up and down.
Now, you have a space between the CD and the dot.
I just,
Yeah, CD space dot forward slash.
now I need to associate, look, guys, nowhere is there any association of this with the actual device that we shared. Right? It doesn't, this is what this is going to do. We're going to associate this SCSI number with that physical disk that we shared.
I cannot change to LUNs territory though when I put CD space that goes as an investment.
Because it's a relative path. So here, do this. Erase that and do the list. So, right. So what you need to do is CD space TP tab now LUNs.
Wait, can it be portals and then?
No, because portals and LUNs are on the same level.
Oh, never mind.
Your portal's good. Your portal's good. Okay, so we're going to associate that physical device that we added to our SCSI target server with this IQN. So I hit BAC tab, and there's only one. We've done this. We've done this.
Now we do ACL.
Right. This is where we define who's allowed to grab that disk. We're not going to allow anyone to grab it. We want a very particular machine to grab it.
Access control.
CD, and that's what it stands for, access control list. Who we're allowing to access it. CD into ACLs. Create IQN. Again, I'm sticking to the naming convention of the book. Guys, I'm going to deviate from that naming convention to indicate our actual name, which is VM2. That's the name of the machine that we're allowing to grab this disk.
So we're allowing server 2 to be able to grab this information.
To be able to mount that disk on its machine.
Okay.
Where are you at, Chris? What's going on? What are you thinking?
I don't understand why the load, when you create a bookstore, why you do that.
Because each target needs three things. The device you want to share, the IP address and port number you want to share it on,
Yeah.
and who you're going to share it with.
Oh, okay.
Three things.
Oh, okay.
Device you want to share, through which IP and port number you want to share it, and who you want to share it to. That's a target. That's what we're sharing.
What would you do if you want to go to a,
He's gonna know, just give up.
So I was getting this on the IQN is one, but I can't. I just
So it's very important.
give me something.
I don't want anyone just to be able to go into someone's shared device.
Am I missing something?
Yes. I have a 0, and you have an 8.
Oh.
Once is the identity of it. Let's call it the number.
Okay.
Brian, oh, sorry.
Same format, but it won't work on the same number.
Right, because you gotta open up another terminal and do list.
Oh, yeah.
Do a list block and see what it's mounted as, because it's probably not mounted as a PDF. List VLK, get the device name. If you don't want to do that,
F-disk-L.
yeah.
Brian, if you want to do that instead of to VM2, if you want to do it to security group or anything like that, how would you do it?
You would create multiple ACLs. You don't share it to a group, you share it, it's not a group, it's a computer you share it to.
Oh, so if you have 100 computers, you got to create 100 ACL?
You can't use ranges?
Well, this is,
I wouldn't think.
this is attached to just one disk though, right? So
Right.
it can't be on multiple.
It could be if I had a cluster scenario. So if I want 4 or 5, now listen, in Windows you can create a target and add multiple computers
Right.
to that target. We're creating a target, this is how you add multiple computers to it. You know, because remember, if I had 4 machines all clustered and I want any one of the 4 to grab it, just like Windows, we added 4 machines to the target. You'd have to do 4 machines here. And remember, in Windows, each one has their own IQN, just like we're doing here. I don't think it's a Linux thing, I think it's just the nature of
It's just
isolating targets.
Yeah, I guess it's just because it's a visual way and you can have easier.
So I'm going to do cd ... go up 2 levels, and do a list. This is the address and the port I'm going to share it on. This is associating the physical device that we added to the iSCSI target server.
The map Luna.
That's what we're going to allow to grab that disk.
Okay, so that it's specifying what that user can grab,
That computer.
or that computer.
Yes, and I could put, guys, for this one target, I can share 4 different disks. I can add 4 different LUNs here. So if you have 4 disks you want to share with them, add all 4 LUNs here. Okay. You might have to go and manually map them though. It wouldn't be auto map like this is doing. So I'm going to type exit. Guys, if it doesn't auto save, you can do target CLI save config. Our case, it did auto save, so which is fine.
Did you use the not auto save?
No, I'm just showing you the command.
Okay.
So if you don't have auto save turned on, you can manually save it. Guys, we got to open up that port on our firewall.
Well, SCP.
Then reload your firewall. Make sure that target comes on at boot. And let's start it up.
So we don't open, we don't enable for DCV, right? You did it, right?
Yeah, we need this.
No, DCV too.
UDP?
Yeah, UDP, yeah.
No.
Oh.
Guys, I showed you this via as an interactive command, meaning you go inside, you type. I could have typed this all in one long command line. I think it was easier for you to see what we were doing by going interactively.
Which part?
The target CLI. I could have did target CLI and put all the options right afterwards. Who does the who uses NM CLI as interactive mode? Guys, you know how we do NM CLI? I could do this. And there's a way to do this interactive. I don't know how to do it. Maybe. No. Okay, but there's a way to do it interactively as well.
I think it was edit.
EDIT?
Yeah.
There's a way to do it. I don't know what it is.
It was system CTL what? Restart?
Oh,
Is
it
it
was connection edit.
NLCLI-CAM?
It was connection edit.
Okay, let me give me 1 second. Right there, look.
Oh,
Yeah. So I could use this interactively too.
Oh,
okay.
can you do connection modified too?
Control C gets out.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's a good way to get out. Well, I don't know if that's the right way to get out, but that crashes. Okay, I'm going to show the history again. Okay, I'm going to reboot just to test everything. I've never done this before, but this is pretty cool. I've never set up an iSCSI target server on the Linux box. Guys, Control Shift plus plus will increase the We'll zoom in. I went in there, I just typed target, CLI, control, minus. You don't need to do the shift. And there I can see everything's stuck. Type exit, and we're done. So let's go over to the initiator.
We go to, have to go to,
Stop smelling, Josh. Stop smelling. Okay. Guys, let's sign in as root. List block and verify that we don't have the second disk yet. It's not mounted. Yum, Y, install. I'm sorry?
Server 2 was have a second?
Yes, server 2 does not have a second disk. And we verified that with list block. I don't see a VDB or an SD anything. Now, look at this, guys. If you're reading this in the documentations, they leave out how to install it. But in the second paragraph, they tell you the package name that you need to install. So you kind of have to search for it. iSCSI. It's installed by the default, but if you didn't do the full install like I did a more than the default, it might not be there.
I can see,
iSCSI initiator utils.
We need to start the daemon and
Daemons.
this handles the mounting, guys. This handles what we're going to be mounting. I don't know why it's split into two. It is. Okay. We're enabling it first, then we're going to restart it. Right now, nothing's configured. We're going to have to do this again, too. Let's see.
Or you typed in all that other stuff.
Oh, say that again? Oh, no. This right.
No, down.
No, he
down.
pressed enter.
I have no route to home.
After that line, at the end of that line,
No, oh, this is
type
the.
that in,
No, that's what came up.
so you hit enter.
I hit enter here.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I just wanted to make sure.
I have no route to house.
So somewhere you're networking. Listen,
I did.
do IP adder and tell me if you forgot the /24. It might be on either machine. IP space adder.
And look, what am I looking for?
iNet 10.0.0.101. Does it say /32 or /24?
32.
Okay, listen. So type nm CLI connection mod space static space plus IPv4.DNS. No, erase DNS. Make that addresses.
IPv4.
I think it's just IP4 addresses.
IPv4 addresses.
Okay.
Space.
With all one word or?
No. Dot. 4 dot addresses. When we had it as a single address, it's IP4. When we modified it, IPv4 addresses.
Okay.
Space 10.0.0.101 /24. Enter. Hit the up arrow. Change 24 to 32. Change the minus sign to a plus. Change the plus sign to a minus sign. NM CLI con down static. NM CLI con up static. IP space adder forward pipe grep iNet. Yeah. Okay. Bang. Bang IS. Go look at this machine and see if you have a problem with this end.
I probably have the same thing.
Discover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
What you're doing is you're telling your computer, you in and of yourself are your own network. All network bits. Okay. They can. Okay. So tell me the firewalls are configured. Okay. No, not there. The other machine. So firewall hyphen CMD space /
Do IP route.
list all.
IP route.
No, not this roll.
Firewall CMD list all. Do you have port 3260 TCP there? Okay. So do me a favor. You have a port. Go back to the one you gotta hide out in the wood from me. A port. Go back into target CLI. This is what happens when you storm too much.
Silver 2, right? You on silver 2, right?
Space I tab.
That's like the same as our.
Okay. Life is good.
That's okay.
One second, guys. Okay.
That's not the one. That's not the one.
Do delete.
Is this the same thing?
We haven't even started the one. We literally have never. It didn't matter. We never started the
It went there, it's just like all on the
Right.
Scroll up all the way up. We didn't start the service.
And then I started like comparing like
Yeah, it's like 1251 plus 50.
It's amazing.
Restart.
I know that's every little game, and I'm just like thinking they're posted
Server 2. Bang. Okay. 1 second. Raise first. Okay. Guys, if you're not connecting, I need you to do me a favor.
What happened?
I was thinking of the gateway.
Okay, guys. IP adder,
IP header, grep
pipe, grep,
or
inet. Do you have a /32 or /24 on server 2?
okay, IP header, grep.
Dylan. You don't have any for Linux?
This is the first one class I've ever taken.
Okay.
So we'll do the
Listen,
That's
if you,
fine.
yeah, I forgot to do that.
Enter.
Oh, so if it gets a response, then we're good.
Oh, you get a response, you're good.
No, you put 32. You put 32.
Okay,
Is that
good.
for the computers, this one?
So
No, but
modify input.
visually, if we go to
Wait.
Oh,
No, Chris, look here.
24.
Chris,
Yeah, it's supposed to be 24.
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna run these commands, but I want you to type in,
Command CLI.
you type that command, hit enter,
What does the plus mean?
add.
Add. Oh. So it just.
See, Letty, you say it's me, but when they're logging them at me. Okay. No, because what he had a habit of thinking out loud. He wasn't really asking me.
I do that sometimes.
Can you specify the
Brian.
primary if you have more than one in here?
Think of Highlander. No, just they're all equal. So there's no one that's more dominant. Just think of the DCs; they're all equal.
So why do we use that command as opposed to
I know I saw cost and
monitor? Why we have to add it?
I don't know where I saw the
Just to avoid that, because if you try to,
Change it without adding the add.
it just you have two then.
Okay, I did that.
Okay, so look, so Chris did this run? Okay, good. Then I want you to run this command.
Oh, I get it.
So we're gonna add one, take away the other.
So no. Yeah. No, you have to. No. What you just did was you just removed the same one. You just put in.
Okay, 1 second. Here, wait.
It's simple.
Okay,
So, you have to invest in the town.
Full of fans.
What?
Full of fans. Full of fans.
There's no somebody that's all over it?
bring the interface up to the guy.
It's tiny.
So go CLI. Type in words, and then CLI on down, and then bring it back up.
So Brian, now visually
That's static.
or graphically,
Static.
wouldn't we see it on the home folder?
Static. That's the name of the interface.
How would you see it graphically?
And then
All
bring
we
it up.
did was look for the.
Oh, you haven't had it been down yet.
We haven't
Now
done
to test, you could do IP adders.
it. Okay, you down there now. Okay, Galen. He needs to do this for the other side.
Oh, do it on the other one?
Verifies he didn't make the same mistake on server 1.
Okay, so go to.
Look, in Galen, the other thing he has to do is we gotta check the firewall.
Just in case of.
Right.
Labeled it.
Now, lastly,
That's a great.
Galen, we gotta check that he has the portal in target CLI. So 3 things we have to check. Check our IP, check our firewall, and check that he's actually listening on that port.
Okay. So go on.
I did it.
Oh, he just ran it now. And it works.
Yeah, but it's still on.
Okay, good.
One.
Ray, do I need to come back there?
No, I got it.
Okay, now look. So guys, we discovered our I'm going to copy this part. Guys, I did this a little differently. I'm going to see if this works, but I'm going to copy this. The book leaves out a big step.
No, I can't do that.
Guys, let's actually copy this whole thing. Let's see if we can. Right here. I'm just going to go edit copy.
Very good strike with copy.
And then we're doing just paste.
Again, I hit tab complete.
Oh, wait, I didn't get
What did you
that.
hit, complete that?
I'm copying this right here.
I know that one.
Okay.
For the next one.
Okay. No, I was answering Ray's, not you, Maxine.
Okay, now delete this and this is.
Okay.
What do you got of this?
I'm sorry?
I know right now I'm in the menu.
So how did you get back to there from the other screen?
Wait. I'm going to hit VI again.
Okay.
Okay. Escape.
Colon Q.
Colon Q9.
Colon.
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, that's where I want to be.
Absolutely.
Okay.
For like here.
Okay.
That's where you want to be.
No. What are you looking at, Mac? You should be right where you're.
No.
You hit enter.
Huh? I went back to that screen.
Oh, okay. No, go up one.
There's a city that's.
You want me to go back into that screen where I was
Yeah.
with that?
Yeah. So I went back out. Just
Okay.
now, listen, guys. Copy a line.
Male professional.
How do we copy a line? Sounds like
Why?
YY. Paste it. P. Shift A. Erase that. Paste. Guys, here's, because I use the auto-generated names, I'm not sure if I have to type remote disk here or VM2. I'm going to try one then the other.
How do you paste it?
Control shift.
No. Oh, here. I'm doing something, pasting the initiator name or this. Pasting the whole line or just that little portion. I just want paste.
Okay.
You know, basically, I'm in insert mode, then paste will work.
I think it either removed this one because the one above it has the same thing too.
You copied it and then what with it?
Has the colon.
Oh,
I don't know if it's remote disk 1 or VM2.
Oh crap. That's not what I wanted to do.
I don't know if we need to give the target name here, or we'll see. I'll show you. If you go back to the other server, remember, inside of our ACL we put VM2, but the target name had this. Okay. So guys, I'm going to go, I'm hitting escape, go up one line, DD to delete.
That's what I
It
did.
looked like we're gonna need to.
okay. That's
Okay, I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
What you saying? How do
My
you?
money's on you.
I mean, delete line or?
I'm
trying to figure out what delete means.
DD,
Is delete line, but what's delete character? I've been trying to figure that out.
Just DE?
no. DD.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
No control on that?
No.
Wait.
So you go up, go up out of insert mode. go up one, and then type DD.
Go down one line.
So this is
DD
Yeah,
down.
so that the change is not.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, change that. Insert mode, go back into insert mode.
Dalen.
Go all the way down to.
I could do 3D, D3. I can do X to delete one character. Okay, guys, DD does not delete. DD stands for cut.
And then delete all.
It puts it in memory, so you can paste it later. If you DD something, you can move it and hit P and paste it elsewhere.
Correct. It's just case.
Guys, I'm gonna press escape. The book completely left this step out.
And then just hit escape.
You need to do this step. Otherwise, you can't log in. So I'm going to do system, CTL, restart, iSCSI, daemon.
WQ, right, Brian? Escape WQ.
Escape, colon, WQ to get out of VI. Escape, get you out of intern mode, colon, WQ, put you in command mode, right quick.
And start.
Stop.
No, I got it. This is yes. I'm trying to add participant.
Trevor, you will be a powerhouse once you learn how to type. That's your only bottleneck. You still? Hey, listen, my brother wrote 2 books that thick. Law books. He types us how he types.
So, Brian, you're restarting Daemon and then you.
And hit,
That's right.
colon.
I still can't reach them, I don't know why.
I don't know what happened. No, step busy. Just creating everything again.
Okay, good.
So,
Right, so you only start Daemon, you don't start. This is not Daemon, not.
Correct. That step is completely skipped. Guys, we're doing another break. We still need to get it mounted, verify that it's there, then do the auto FS. The auto mount it.
Automatic.
Because we can't use the other. Okay, do another break.
So something like we did.
Ramir, what happened that you're starting from scratch?
I don't know. I rebooted the machine. I lost everything.
so far from priceless.
Hopefully you didn't get instead of
It sounds like a Windows thing.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I hit reboot. Okay, what happened? Well, I lost it. How did you it's like you're asking the end user. Okay, yeah.
So this is not working.
Well, we gotta put using now. We gotta put the no, we gotta put the VM2. Because there's no edge right now.
So do it at yours.
No, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, but if you do it yours now and it works, and you just sit back and you're like, yeah, I totally pulls it.
No, I'm not.
I'm excited to build this computer.
Hmm?
I'm excited to build this computer. That case I showed you last time, came in Korea earlier.
Oh, you did.
Just ordered it.
And when does it come in?
September 20th.
You'll be dead by then.
This year though?
Dude, I've been waiting
That's
so
a pretty
long to
warning.
get the case. I'm so excited.
Especially with that normal certainty. Can you know something I don't know?
I think I'm gonna do the Ryzen 3900X.
Yeah.
Just because
Those have been,
I think it's stupidly powerful.
those have been pretty. Those processors seem pretty good.
I just bought it, so I've been buying Intel laptops for the last couple of years for the teachers for the school that I work for. And this is the first year I bought a AMD processor. It was a great price, and it was a Lenovo. Like all the specs on it were solid, and it just gave it into the prices by a little bit. And I just started working on it today. It is so fast. The bottleneck this time was the network.
Do you have any services?
That's cool.
No. You don't like them?
No, they're just expensive. The computers I buy around $570, $550, and that's the average computer I buy for a teacher. I think it lasts about 5 years, 4 years. That's about how often I stack the computers.
Yeah. Sorry, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah. And teachers at school aren't super careful with their devices.
Oh, I'm sure.
Before I came on, they just used to send computers to Best Buy and stuff to repair. And now I repair the computers because I've done that for a living because I direct.
Yeah.
And I've saved more money. But I replaced a lot of screens.
Yeah, sure.
I remember once I was walking to the school office and I see a laptop tumbling down the staircase. And the teacher sitting at the top of the staircase like,
Yeah, and then you don't say anything, and you're like, okay, I know what to do. And then they come to you, they're like, I don't know, I just woke up
Yeah,
with
you
a bite.
catch him in a lie.
I just told her, send me an email, we'll deal with it tomorrow.
Yeah.
The cool thing is we won't charge a teacher for that, we'll just, I'll just repair it.
So you do it on the school budget?
School budget.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta crack down on Cisco. So I cracked open about the world and I just stopped doing it.
I didn't realize anything happened to me.
It's not important too much closer, it's just
No, but the thing is that people start in like 3-4 chapters. But most of the time it's like 6 chapters in, but then it's kind of like, dude, a lot of the things it's like, I know them, I just don't remember. But once I see them, I'm like, yeah, what's this and this and this?
I need to try to get practice to see exactly what I need to learn. Because I've been watching videos, I'm like, I know this already. And then every so often I was like, oh, I know, that's pretty cool. Or, oh yeah, I forgot that. But mainly it's, oh, I know this already. And start tuning out the video. Or reading. Cancel it.
Excuse me, sir.
You need a bite? You getting over there?
Mm-hmm.
Right there?
Listen, I'll just push the table to the side if you just kind of, or
No, I was just kind of wheeling out.
We're all screwed together.
I was just getting way out of the middle and leaving.
Yeah, you can't move the table. We're all screwed together. It's actually metal.
I just touched the plastic piece here. I just touched the plastic piece here. It's gonna reach.
That is just, I don't think it's a year and a month. It is just the format of an IQN. You can use an automatically generated name.
I thought like 2014, 06 mean like 2014 June, so we can change like 2019.
I just use that to stick to the book.
Okay.
Oh.
I think we have to change it to VM2. I'm gonna test that real quick. Let me test that.
Yeah, we have that for free, but you can also do CPT Nugget.
I think
That's actually pretty good too.
I think they have it
Also on LinkedIn.
Okay, guys, it's not working, so I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong. There is. gotta look on the other side, see what's going on with this. Let's see. I'm trying to see where this differs. And the book just doesn't even have this section in it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try to reboot, guys. Guys, this should be VM2. Edit this file and change it to VM2 after the colon. Yeah. And at the end, it should be in VM2. Right here's the name of the file, here at the bottom. VI this file, changes to VM2.
That's it? Instead of remote?
Yeah.
This? Okay.
What was the one we did the print file on?
This is it.
So we changing it from what we had before to this?
Right. It should say remote disk 1.
What was the reason why it's...
So we changed from remote disk 1 to example?
No, it just everything up until this point of the colon is the same.
I see what you're saying.
Was that the reason why it wasn't working for you?
I don't. It's still not working. I got to reboot.
Okay.
I'm getting what it's giving me is an authentication error.
VM2?
Yep.
And then you boot, right?
Right.
What command are you using that's giving you authentication?
Oh, it worked. Okay, I didn't do a reboot. Okay, inside the file, you put VM2. Outside the file, when we actually have it mounted, here's the command, we put remote disk 1.
So you're going to take it off?
Inside the file, we put VM2. When we mount it, we put remote disk 1. Guys, after you change this file, you have to restart this. restart.
I can see.
ISCSID. Then run this command right here. That -L is login. That is my target.
I did the wrong thing.
Module, I want node. So far we looked at the discovery module, and now we're looking at the node module.
And it's a capital.
It's a capital T. Lowercase t to receive the targets.
That's what we wanted.
Get no record.
So after we change and reboot it, run that,
Listen, you know, for here you have VM2 at the end, right?
Yeah, I know that has VM2.
Maxine,
I'm sorry, what?
in this file you have VM2. Okay, reboot, then run this command.
Oh, reboot and run.
Oh, some people don't need to. If you're successful, you're good.
I'm just checking if I misspelled
just
it.
went through.
Yeah, I'm checking.
Yeah, mine didn't give me feedback. Yeah, no feedback.
Gosh, no.
Okay,
Dash factor
do
T.
list block. No, LS. BL, no, BL. You have it. Okay. He didn't get any feedback, mine got it. I don't know why I didn't get.
Oh yeah, I didn't get feedback.
Okay, listen. So if you didn't get feedback, verify that it did in fact mount by typing LSBLK.
I don't see what I did wrong.
Now look.
SDA.
Nope.
But there's just so many texts.
Do me a favor. Verify that you have VM2 here, then reboot.
No,
Yeah.
that's it, yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Who
I have
doesn't
VM.
see it right now?
I have VM.
Hold on, I'm redoing.
Don't see anything, like, no record file.
Yeah, we got no record too.
And the S Brian is for share, correct?
Not this one.
Okay, listen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Chris,
Yes, sir.
you're signing in to root wrong. This is not equal to that. Type exit and sign in SU space hyphen. That is important. Guys, if you don't do this, you're not going to load the profile or root. You'll be using student's profile with the root user.
Make sure rebooting mine.
I'm gonna work with the reboot.
Right.
I might need to do the
Instead of
reboot.
these, instead of virtual disk, it's a shared disk. SD instead of VDA.
Oh, maybe I have to restart the.
It sees it now as a SCSI disk.
That's copy.
Alright, never mind.
So it's longer than all that. And after we reboot, it should stay there.
If you reboot, it should say,
We haven't redone the auto mount actually.
no, this is just mounting the physical device.
Wait, so
What you're referring to is mounting the partition. We haven't created a partition yet.
So we got
Oh, I
partitions.
thought you
so
were asking me something.
No.
And then what, a reflection, I did.
What else you see?
IS.
I think it's so fun that there's two.
Now type the password. Okay, so.
Let's see what's causing that. I don't know what they did wrong there. Maybe I spelled it wrong somewhere.
Is this an L or a Y?
Into reboot.
T I N. I
You see what you did?
Oh, I misspelled it.
Chris, you see what you did?
Producer, mine says no records found.
Okay, listen. Do the discovery again.
I forgot the one, that's why.
Look. Some people are typo here.
I forgot the one at the disc.
You have a B instead of a P. Chris. Okay,
I thought it was
now. That's good. Okay, now do the discovery line. See at the top where my cursor is?
Yeah.
Right here. Run this line and let's see what we get in return. I just gotta see head.
Is like this one, Brian?
Yes. Okay, now, hit the, show me this command right here.
I think I labeled it wrong the first time.
Okay, so you, okay, so hit the other command, hit the other arrow.
There's supposed to be a 1 after the. Yeah.
No, up one. One. One.
This one.
Okay, show me, the inside that. Here. That's so complicated. It's not 5 minutes. So we got. No, change it, go inside the file, put .com.
Inside the EM2?
Yeah. Right. Stick with the name you have. Okay, so show me inside the file. Tab. VM2. Now show me VM1. Hit the up arrow. Up. Up. target CLI. Do a list. Example.com. You put example.com twice. Example.com. Example. You have example.
You just leave one.
Just stick with that name. I did example. You have.
That's what you asked, okay.
So you go with that name inside that file when we get to it.
I can just change it.
This block.
CD to the ACL.
I didn't use it. Which one we tried? We tried this one?
I want you to go into.
Because I have this one, this name here, I have something here.
You could go into.
So I should change it. Yeah, no, I see.
There it is. You're good.
That's
See?
it. Yeah.
No, we gotta go to TPG.
But it did look like that last time. Before I did the review, it said dot.
It was not there.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So for some reason it said like no discount. I mean no record count.
Well, you had a swap down there. When you go into BI, it creates a backup in the top. I deleted that backup.
So,
Okay, good. No, go back.
what I want this one is.
1 second, go back. Okay, so that's right. So it's out of there. Okay, now type in this block.
This block.
LS, BL, okay. BL, okay. You're good. Listen, you had a typo. We just went with the typo. Okay, so guys, we're going to format that disk. You can use LVM. I'm just going to use a traditional Linux partition. F disk. It worked? Right?
Huh?
Worked?
Hold on. Check it out.
I don't care what the device is over on the other machine. It's now dev
I think you
SDA.
have to restart it after you change this on that.
It was on the other machine.
Yeah, no, but
Oh,
you need
yeah.
to restart the service. Or no?
Yeah, at least restart the service.
So why
Yeah.
is the
So go back to your.
Because
this one.
it sees that target as a SCSI device. I don't know why it presents it as a SCSI device. It just, that's how it mounts it. So I'm going to hit enter, fdisk space /dev/SDA. N for new. The default is P, so I'm going to hit enter. Partition 1, enter. First sector, 2408, enter. Last sector, enter. I'm using the entire disk to create one partition. Hit new, then hit enter all the way back till you get to the press M.
So enter all the way through at the first enter.
Then W to write exit. Part probe. That will tell my kernel to reread the partition table.
It's a lot faster than Windows.
I'm going to do what next? I'm going to make a mount point. No, I'm not. I'm going to format it. I created the partition. Now I'm going to format it.
Oh, you're going to tell what type? Oh, X.
Right here's the command I ran, guys. I'm going to use XFS as my file system, kind of like NTFS. When I refer to a disk, I refer to dev SDA. When I refer to the first partition on that disk, it's dev SDA1.
daisy count.
Now I'm going to mount it onto a directory. So I'm going to do a test mount. In Windows, you access your C partition or your D partition through the C drive letter. So I need to create a disk, create a folder, and I'm going to mount that partition on. I'm going to go to that folder to get to that partition. So I first need to create the folder I want to mount it to. And then I'm going to test mount it. Mount -T XFS dev SDA1. I'm going to mount it to mount iSCSI. This folder can be any name that you want. And then I'm going to verify that it's mounted with the df-h command. There it is. Now I'm going to unmount it. Guys, I'm going to clear so the people in the back row don't sprain their necks. You want me to come there?
And then verify the.
Okay. I just hear this. Oh,
It's
I mean,
there,
you
and
had.
now
yeah.
you.
It's U mount, not unmount.
You. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to type clear. Just to.
You and then I can go back to the.
I'm going to install some software called AutoFS. AutoFS, one word.
What? One more time?
No, that's.
Oh,
No, just one word.
good for me.
It did for me. The system is not registered with me.
That's okay. Guys, I'm having us install everything off the DVD. So if we try to go to the Red Hat repositories, we would get denied because these systems aren't registered.
It's AutoFS.
I practice.
Like right here.
You do have VM2, right?
Yum -y install AutoFS. Okay. Guys, again, I'm just going to clear my screen. The auto.master file tells AutoFS what configuration files to load.
Not much. Look like one. It's fine. Here,
Um, I can't remember this part. One second. Give me a second. Let me look at something else. I believe this, guys. I believe this is going to work. Well, give me 1 second. Auto.master. Let me see the structure of this file. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys, leave auto.master alone. Don't make any changes to it. No, that can't be right. No, we're gonna. Sorry, let's just do this, guys. I'm gonna try to go from memory. It's been years since I've touched this. MNT. Comment this out, guys. It reads this file and says under the mount directory, go auto mount everything in that file. That's how it reads. This is auto.master. Etsy/auto.master.
Oh, it's in file.
Comment that out. For this file, we're saying anything under the MNT directory, any files that you have under here, mount them under MNT.
Right complete on 17 or not?
Then right quit. What is it? Block ID. Do a block ID and copy this UUID, the unique ID for that drive.
So block, just DLK, now left DLK?
Well, BLK ID.
And right click copy.
So we told auto.master anything in the auto.mis file mount under MNT. So now we need to add this to our mis file. Sorry. Here's the command I need to run. And at the very bottom, under the mount directory, we have an iSCSI folder. The file type is XFS. And when I get to here, I'm going to paste in that.
instead of master is what?
MISC.
No colon in that?
No colon.
Okay.
Just write in Oscar, you write in the last line, Oscar, da 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 da.
Yep. Now your UUID is going to be different than mine. Don't type it.
Oh man, that's a this long.
Are we doing,
Okay? Can I save it? Enable AutoFS. Start AutoFS.
last, after start?
Type mount. You can do DF-H as well. So I'm going to CD into MNT iSCSI.
What do you have to verify that it's did not? If you do DFA, SH.
What are you looking for?
Yeah.
Look, when I ran this, it was not mounted, correct?
Okay.
When I went into the directory, it then got mounted. So it auto mounts when you use it. If we try to auto mount during the boot process, it will hang because the iSCSI drivers aren't loaded in memory yet.
I must have spelled
So we
this
can't
wrong.
use the XEFS tab. So what we're going to use is auto mount. It won't be mounted until someone goes into that directory. This is normally how we auto mount home folders. You know, so you have like a roaming profile.
Mine's ain't mounted.
Yeah, mine just says.
Yeah, sure.
Did you go into this directory?
Yeah.
It didn't work for me because they couldn't CD into
Yeah.
for some reason.
Are you trying to auto tab or are you typing it out?
I typed it out, but I spelled it correctly.
Okay, PWD. Okay. So let me see auto.master. Let's see auto.master. That's auto.master. Oh, wait. Okay. You copied that UUID, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you going to change it to a hyphen or a dot?
Oh,
No
that's-
mouse. No mouse. Oh, no.
I missed the mouse.
He had a typo in his auto.
Yeah, I thought something was.
Guys, I'm going to stop the video.
Does that mean we're
Are we
finished?
stopping?
Stop it.